And I'm live.
Yeah,
Hello,
am I.
everyone. And Ryu. Right, let's see. Post a link. Once I make sure this is working. Hey, I did a thing.
Here's
All right.
it's
And
suboptimal.
I'm live. Hello. That's the, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about my channel.
Oh, come on.
It is suboptimal.
Oh no, I'm talking about mine. Because my connection is garbage.
I think I have 11 megabytes download and 11 megabytes upload right now. But it's a steady 11 on the upload, so I'll take it.
Well, I'm dropping frames like mad. I mean, I'm recording locally, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's really annoying.
Yeah. Let's see. I forgot to put that everyone. Alrighty.
Hello, Alia, who's in my chat and not Ninja's because my chat is better. No, no, it's really not. You're probably gonna watch this on want to watch this on Ninja's side because my connection is not going well at the moment.
Okay, I just listened to, and I have definitely got Ryu on double dipping on his audio. So I think maybe if I mute the desktop audio,
Oh
try
yeah,
again
yeah.
talking.
You test. Come on. All right, come on. Oh, are you going to not crap yourself? You're gonna crap yourself the entire time, aren't you?
I'm gonna try not to crap myself at all, but I may crap myself a little bit. I
I'm
am getting old.
I'm talking to my Wi-Fi. No, no, no.
Ah.
Are you stabilizing?
I think I got you sorted. I don't know. It's hard to tell because the delay is so aggressive. So,
Oh my god. Oh, no. It was good for like a second and then it crapped itself again. Yeah, this was fine yesterday. It was just fine yesterday. No problems. Like, aside from one little issue, but like, no actual problem. Well, maybe it fixed itself. Oh well.
okay, now I need to make sure that my audio, yep, my audio is coming through, your audio is coming through. We did it. Hello, Aliyah. Alaya. Alia. I'm still unsure how to say the name. Abadi. Alrighty. What? Undeliverable. Delivery has failed. Duh. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for now and pretend like I'm not supposed to be dealing with work stuff. Because we're supposed to be talking about God of War Ragnarok.
The God of Boy.
Yes, El God of Boy, which
Mm.
is actually what I've titled the picture that is my background for this conversation, is the God of Boy. It's a fake name. Any which way is fine. All right. So I absolutely loved God of War Ragnarok. I thought it was an amazing experience, one of my favorite games. Um, I have soured on it quite a bit on multiple replays. There are parts of this game that I find to be truly just an absolute slog to get through. Um, but overall, I still really love it. And from talking with Ryu here and there, I feel like you didn't have the same experience.
Okay, well, let me say that I think this is an above average game. I think it is good. However, I do not think it is as good as God of War 2, 3, or 16. I think it's better than
16, you mean 18?
18. God of War 4. The first Norse game.
Okay.
My primary complaint with this game, like, you say that I'm kind of being affected by the fact that I played it on the hardest difficulty from the outset. I set that fact aside when I kind of make judgments, because I mean, this game has one of my big pet peeves with Sony games, where
And what is that?
a lot of the Sony games on the hardest difficulties are a lot more difficult in the early game than they are in the late game. Like, you snowball so hard in most of these RPG action games that at the end of the game, you are overpowered even for the hardest difficulty. But that's true, and that's true with God of War 16 as well. Or 18. That was true with Ghost of Tsushima. Like all the Sony games that I've played like that, that's kind of been true for. My big problem with this game, the thing that makes me like this less than the other games in the series, is that Odin is kind of a really lame antagonist, especially compared to Zeus or Baldur.
Zeus? All right. I will disagree wholeheartedly. I think Odin is a fantastic antagonist. Um, Zeus is kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? Like in God of War 1, he shows up as a gravedigger. He shows up as old man here and there, and like he's kind of a troll and a trickster. And then in God of War 2, he shows up out of nowhere and he's like, he tricks you again into giving up your powers, which that was a fucking retarded thing Kratos did.
Yes,
And
that was unwise on Kratos' part. But Zeus had good reason for what he was doing there, because Kratos was screwing with Athena. Like the starting point of God of War 2, Kratos is leading his army into Athena's main city, right? Or wherever her main temple is, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just saying Zeus is kind of a goofy goober. I really don't have any big problems with him. But I feel like Odin is far more fleshed out. But I'll let you make your cases on why you think he is kind of a dingus. But as far as what you said, the snowballing effect, you feel it really hard in God of War 2018 on the Give Me God of War difficulty. The beginning of that game is absolutely fucking dreadful.
Yeah, I agree. I actually had to turn the difficulty down on that. I need to go back and retry that. But that was like the first time I ever played that game.
It is just a whole bag of crap. Because they just continuously gank squad you. And you don't have any way of dealing with anything other than the axe. But they're trying to teach you which on normal difficulty or even the second hardest difficulty, Give Me No Mercy, it does teach you to dodge, block, and use your axe effectively. But on the hardest difficulty, it just wrecks your shit because you die in 1 or 2 hits from everything. But this game I feel is a bit more balanced, but you still have that effect for sure.
This game is a lot better with that than the other one was. I did have to give up the first playthrough on being God of War, because I made it through a good, do you remember when Atreus knocks down the bridge and you first fight the big Chungus monsters?
In which game?
2018.
Yeah. With and then you just constantly get more and more enemies spawn in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it to that fight on Give Me God of War difficulty in the first playthrough. And I had to give up there just because them big chunguses, I could not kill them with my current skill level back then.
Yeah.
Like whatever, I couldn't keep them stunned. They would do the level up thing that restored their hit points to full. That was the big thing that screwed me. So, no, so to kind of explain why I don't like Odin, we need to go back to the end of 2018. So, at the end of 2018, you have Odin, who wants to prevent Ragnarok, correct?
Yes.
That is his main goal. That's kind of all the stories that you've heard, which I'll have some comments about the stories in 2018, which are all fun, but I think they missed a big moment for that. But his primary motivation, basically everything he does, is to try to stave off Ragnarok, right?
Yes.
What's his motivation in this game?
I don't know.
The mask.
Oh, Odin's?
Yes.
It seems to be the same thing as it was.
No. At the start of the game, he says he's already figured out how to prevent Ragnarok.
Yeah, he believes that until he finds out the Groa statues that Groa had lied to him.
Yes.
Once he finds that out, then his motivation becomes to subvert whatever they're doing, because he finds out that, oh shit, I thought I had Ragnarok locked down, but I don't.
But he doesn't really do anything with that. All of his actions in the game are focused on the mask.
He does. As soon as he learns that the Groa's prophecy as Tyr, he sets the dwarves to building the weapons that are going to destroy the realm towers. That's exact. Like, he doesn't do that. Like, he doesn't have them building those until he finds out that they are going to be invading Asgard using the elves and the Hellwalkers, because that's what he learns in that very first Groa room. I wonder if I can find that. Which one would that be in? That would be in God of War 1 playthrough, I think. God of War Ragnarok. And then search. But yeah, so he is also trying to get the mask, because that's something he's been obsessed with forever.
Yes, but I think he... Oh, okay. But I think that takes up the vast majority of his screen time as opposed to Ragnarok. Like, he just kind of causes Ragnarok just kind of accidentally because of the mask. And he could have completely avoided things if he had just asked Kratos, if he had been honest about his motivations with Kratos. Like, the whole Tyr thing ends up screwing him in the end. For no reason. Like, he didn't really ever have to do that.
No. I'm not going to be able to find this easily. I wonder, whenever I play a game, I go through every little side quest. It takes forever. But anyways, so what I got out of it was that he was convinced, with all the prophecy he had learned, all the magics he had learned, everything that he had done, he had made it so that Asgard was isolated from Ragnarok. So once Baldur died and Ragnarok started, he was like, well, fuck them. Who cares? Because it's all the other realms that are going to suffer. Asgard is safe, and so he the whole reason that Balder was sent to find Loki in the first place was because Odin had thought that he needed a giant to help him with with the mask. That was why he did
I
this.
guess
What
killing
is
Balder
this?
really did bring on Fimbulwinter.
No,
Never stops
that's
snowing.
Valhalla. Um, so the whole reason Balder was there was to find the giant, which turned out to be Atreus,
Yes.
and he mistakenly thought that it was Kratos.
Yes, but
Um,
I mean, outside of his own actions, the mask storyline has nothing to do with Ragnarok.
no, but it has to do with his obsession.
Yes, but like he could there's no reason for him to have freaked out about the mask in all the ways he did, aside from he's just obsessed with it because. Yeah, it's complete. I think it's completely unrelated to his what was stated as his motivations in the first game. And I think the motivations in the first game of stopping the twilight of the gods was much stronger than, oh, I'm obsessed with this little crack in reality.
Go on, girls.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I can see your point. I personally think that it's not um like if you've ever struggled with addiction or just making bad decisions in general, sometimes you make decisions that don't uh benefit you
oh
with
yes,
any, you know. So I could see his obsession, and I don't remember them talking about Odin's main motivation being to stop Ragnarok
uh,
in God of War
He always
2018.
says hello.
He's talked about
Over here. You
um,
okay, boy?
like knowledge is his main motivation in is what they talk about in 2018. They talk about how he hung himself from the world tree for however long so that he could learn fate magic. And then the the people got so upset with him they sent him back to the world of the living.
I missed you too.
They talk about that in
Where's your food?
2018.
Still
They
hungry?
talk about
Come on, boy.
pretty much everything they talk about Odin in is just to talk about how he's kind of a fucking asshole
yes,
about
which
everything.
is like one of the things I kind of wish they had done in this would be show his side of the story a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say they should make Odin a complete good guy. I think it would have the better way would be him wanting to accomplish something that needed to be done, but is kind of still needs to be put down. Kind of like a mirror of Zeus, because Balder is a mirror of Kratos. Yeah, Balder in 16 is kind of living out Kratos' storyline from the first three games.
Is he?
He wants to kill his parent because he feels his parent has wronged him, and his anger at his parent is consuming him entirely.
Okay, I found it. That took so long to find. All right. So this is the scene. I don't think it's going to come through my speakers.
I
Hello, Story Boy Kai K. How are you doing? Um, but on my screen, I'm showing
yeah.
the where they see Ragnarok and how Groa lied, and Tyr becomes very interested in this. If this is the one where Tyr's at, Is this the one where Tyr? God damn, how long did it take me to get to the one? Oh yeah, Tyr's here. Okay. So let's see. Tyr, the mythical sanctuary for giants. Curious. All right. So yeah, Tyr as Odin thought, you know what? We're just gonna go see what these fucking idiots are doing. Why are they so interested in these prophecies? And Odin's always, they did talk about it in 2018, him being obsessed with prophecy,
Yes.
obsessed with knowledge.
But you can
So this all tracks for me. And then he learns this part of the prophecy, which he never knew before. That says, you know, although some are more obvious than others, it's showing that Ragnarok is happening and that it is, you got the elves coming in. There must be a way. Why else is this hidden? This is what we saw. We see Kratos with his spear and Gjallarhorn. And then Tyr's like, no, fuck you. What? So everything after this point, where Odin sees that his homeworld, which he thought he had saved, is going to be destroyed, this is when Odin really kind of switches gears. He starts pursuing having, because now he's really like, oh fuck, I gotta find a new solution. He puts the dwarves to building the weapons that you see that destroy the realm towers, so that they can't have the enemies invade. He puts oh, hello, Ravens fan. How you doing, buddy? That's sorry. I hate that YouTube went and changed everyone out. His channel name doesn't show. Let's see. King Morgan. King Morgan is got a good channel on YouTube, guys. Let's see. But YouTube changed his name like they changed everyone's name for some fucking reason. But anyways, totally lost my train of thought. There's a link to his channel, by the way. I feel like from this point forward, Odin changes his plans quite a bit. He's still obsessed with the realm tier, the mask,
be okay.
but one of the reasons he's obsessed even more with the mask is because he thinks time is running out now. So
I mean, the problem
I
with
don't-
that is that it distinctly shows Tyr in the war, and he knows that Tyr can't be there. So this prophecy,
well, it doesn't show Tyr in the war. That's where they're confused. It shows Kratos, but it doesn't have name tags on them. They see a bearded warrior with a spear carrying Gjallarhorn, right?
yes,
So this on screen right here, you got the bearded warrior. He's got his spear. He's carrying Gjallarhorn. There's no reason to believe this is Tyr, other than in most of Tyr's stuff, he carries a spear.
but there's
It turns
also
out this
no reason to believe it's Kratos.
Kratos.
I mean,
Yeah.
we know because later on he gets a spear. We know that, but like they don't have
Yeah.
that. They don't have any reason to assume it would be anyone except for Tyr.
Yeah, and that's why when he speaks, he says, "No, I don't. I can't." See right here. If you
Yeah, I saw
know
that
if you
bit.
can see on my. He's like, "Yo, that can't be me," because he knows he has Tyr locked up in that prison. Did you ever go and find him? By the way?
No, I went
And
into
release
Valhalla.
him?
I went into Valhalla after
Ah,
I beat the game.
yeah. If you go to where did you ever fight the Raven Keeper?
No, I didn't. I didn't do a lot of the post game
dude.
stuff. I just don't. I
Oh,
don't have
no,
time
that
for
was-
the 100% stuff.
The Raven Keeper was one of the best parts of both games, because in the first game you can find like notes left behind by the Raven Keeper talking about abducting children and like the things they're doing, and it's all of it's quite awful. And then in the second game, all the ravens that you free, as you free them, they will give you bits of lore about Odin and the Raven Keeper. The Raven Keeper was Odin's most trusted, like, what are those witches that disappear and fucking just suck ass? You know the ones I'm talking about? You can only hit them a couple of times, and then you got to hit them with an arrow. And
the toxic goopy ladies.
yeah, those ladies. So his most trusted witch was the Raven Keeper. And what she would do is abduct children and torture them until their souls were bound to her. And then she would bind those souls into the form of ravens and force those ravens to spy on people to tell Odin what was happening. So all the ravens that you kill throughout the game, those are all children's souls you're setting free. And if you set all of them free, then you will be able to fight the Raven Keeper. And if you kill the Raven Keeper, you get some cool lore from the souls of the children. They thank you. It's actually a pretty fucked up storyline. But that's in Niflheim? It's in the ice world that isn't hell. But in that realm, there is, after you beat Odin, the prison, like a pathway to Odin's prison opens up, and you can go down, and in the bottom of that, you can find Tyr.
Yeah, I kind of assume you. I kind of assume you free him just because he's in Valhalla. I just wanted to do Valhalla because Valhalla seemed really, really cool, and
Valhalla was a lot of fun.
And Valhalla is my favorite part of the game, like by far. I adored doing that. I adored Kratos' character development and all of that. That by itself, like, is that might be my favorite sequence in the entire franchise. Just that area and Kratos coming to terms with the fact that, hey, yeah, he made a mistake by pledging his soul to Ares, but he did it for reasons.
Yeah. I just looked at the comments. There's only one comment on this video. It says, Lady Ninja thinks the live-action Mulan is good. That is grounds for divorce. That's from you.
That sounds exactly like something I would say.
She did think that game was good. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady?
But
anyways.
Like I said, like, my primary, like, okay, so at the end of 2018, we find that the giants are all dead. And something killed them. Something third party. It couldn't have been Zeus or couldn't have been Odin because he didn't have access to Jotunheim.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was going to be a really strong plot hook because that's kind of a really interesting question of it couldn't have been Odin, so some third party did it.
Yeah, they did it to themselves.
Yes, I thought that was incredible. I thought that was incredibly lame, and like I kind of assumed that they were building
I am in agreement with you 100% with everything that happens in Jotunheim being a fucking like just shit show.
I don't.
It is.
I
didn't enjoy much of anything that happened in Jotunheim. It went on for far too long. It didn't really progress the story as much as it should have. And then the reveal that what killed all the giants? Oh, they did it to themselves. Why did they do it to themselves? Because they were scared of somebody else killing them. Like, so they put their souls in marbles? Well, kind of. All right, now what? Oh, go find the marbles. Okay, have fun with that, Atreus. There's a journey I'm not going to be joining you on.
Yeah, what I kind of thought was going to happen going into this game was there's a third whatever Ragnarok is, whatever is going to destroy the realms is some sort of third thing that is beyond even Odin's power.
Okay, little one.
And
Yeah.
To help.
Odin, kind of like how Baldur is kind of a mirror of Kratos in some ways. I thought that Odin was kind of going to be a mirror of Zeus, where like Zeus was doing really bad things for kind of selfish reasons at the end. Yeah, all of his actions were just to avoid getting got by Kratos. Or, well, he thought Kratos' brother originally and all that. But, like, his primary motivation was selfishness. I kind of assume... I kind of was hoping that Odin would be a bad guy that was doing the right thing, or... Well, Zeus was kind of doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. Like, you know, Kratos was causing problems with his rampage against the Greek gods. You know, he's kind of not.
That's one way of describing plague, pestilence, floods.
Yeah,
He murdered the people who kept the world
Yes.
running smoothly. Yeah, I would say that's a problem for
you know,
sure.
Kratos had very good reasons for what he did in the original trilogy, but you can't exactly call him a good guy.
No.
But Zeus was also not. He was doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. I was kind of hoping that Odin would be doing the right thing, or the wrong thing for kind of the rightest reasons. Like, he's actively trying to prevent the end of everything. But he still needs to be taken down because he's, you know, he's going a bit off the deep end trying to prevent Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And, you know, Odin just kind of caused, Ragnarok was never going to be a thing. Like, Groa ended up causing Ragnarok herself because she's the one that made him obsessed with it, and she's the one that sent Odin down the path of trying to prevent Ragnarok, and then he saw the new prophecy, and, like, he's obsessed with the mask because prophecy says he's gonna die, and I don't think it's all that compelling, especially because Odin's just kind of weak.
When you say he's weak, you mean physically?
In every
Or
way.
mentally?
All of them.
Every way.
Yeah, like, I don't think he took a particularly good tact path, or I don't think he had a great strategy for trying to prevent Kratos and Atreus from being his enemy.
Right? Alright. I can agree with that. As far as, I mean, if he had wanted to not make him the enemy, well, then the way forward there would be to simply leave him alone.
Yes, which was something that he could have done.
Well, he did for a while until he found out that Atreus was out looking for like stuff. Like, he had left them alone for a bit, and then he found out that Atreus was out there running around with Sindri, and then he's like, "Nah, fuck this, we're coming in." But I will say that the whole point of Ragnarok that I got, as far as the game is concerned, was that most people cause their own tragedies.
Yes.
So Odin, like, the reason Freya's life turned to shit was because she just kept trying to control everything. The reason Kratos went is because he was a rage monster who didn't care about what happened to anyone else. He was angry, so he went and killed everybody. I mean, innocent people, gods, everyone. Odin is obsessed with power, obsessed with knowledge, obsessed with being in control as well. So yeah, they all led themselves down a path that inevitably meant war. But
Yeah, I just think the reason behind, like, I think the whole mask thing is stupid and lame.
okay,
I don't like that as a plot hook.
yeah,
I just I think there's would be a better way of putting Odin in the antagonist shoes than there's this crack and he's obsessed with it.
okay. What other problems did you have with the game?
I mean, that's my big one. That's the big one I have. Like it's just Odin. Odin and Odin and the setup for Ragnarok, and I actually there are parts I don't like. Like, okay, so I understand Thor being angry at Kratos for killing his kids. I think it would have been a lot better. I think it would have been a lot cooler if he had been okay with it, because it's like they're Norse, they're Vikings. He's a Viking god. They were in combat. They was throwing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. The one's a legitimate kill. The other probably wasn't. Like, you could have Thor be angry about one and be cool with the other. Actually, that would be kind of a nifty contrast. Like, I don't know I can't remember which is which, but like, there's one that you kill in combat, and then there's like one that Atreus just shanks, right?
Yeah, I think Magni is the one he stabs. Let me look this up.
Oh. And by the way, like, the entire talk about
Magni's the big one. So Magni is the one that Kratos kills, and Modi is the one that Atreus kills. And they don't know Atreus killed Modi.
Yeah.
They think Kratos killed both of them. So.
Well, I mean, but Odin has the raven eyes everywhere. They could have written it to, like, they have the details on how that went down.
I know. Woke Snoy Cuck Game. Hashtag synthetic man was right. Hello, snakes.
Oh, I know where I'm supposed to go.
No, I mean, even if you kind of agree with something Synthetic Man has said, the way he got to wherever he was is going to be completely different than the way Ryu got there.
I mean, I have no issues with Angerboda. Like, I mean,
Yeah. As a
like,
character, I don't have any problems with her.
Her
This section is boring as fuck.
Like, I mean, her art design is for a very specific reason that we all know. That, like, but like, I don't have any specific issues with her. Like, even that section does go on way too long. But I didn't.
And that's not Angerboda's fault.
No.
That is the game developers thinking that instead of just watching a couple of cutscenes, they had to have you ride around on the yak, which was incredibly boring.
Yeah, that yak thing was that was the worst part of it. I don't mind playing as Atreus. I actually, I thought that was cool. Like, Atreus is coming into his own as a character. He deserves some screen time. I like that fact. It could have been done a little better. Some of Atreus' skills are not fantastic. You don't get the bear transformation at the end as him, like you do. You get all the different Spartan rages. You don't get the giant bear form.
Yeah, the one thing that I wish, well, actually, before I move into that, the first couple of times I played the game, I had a very big, like, fundamental misunderstanding of Atreus and what his character was, how they were, like, could be played. So I was constantly dying as Atreus. But once I found the triangle button, his where he shoots the rope and then pulls himself towards the enemy. Once I found that, oh man, I was having fun.
I don't think I ever realized I had that ability. I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't realize, but you shoot an arrow with a rope. It's the same
Oh.
arrow with a rope he uses to pull himself up. You know, like when Kratos throws the Blades of Chaos to the spot, and then Atreus will shoot the arrow to pull himself up. So it's like it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a rope with an arrow tied to it. He shoots it into the enemy and then pulls himself in, and when he gets there, he'll hit them, and it causes some pretty good damage. And then you can knock them up in the air, and they'll slow down time. So once I actually learned how to play as Atreus, I had fun as Atreus. But like the first couple of times, I was not enjoying being Atreus even a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I didn't mind. Like, so, okay. I will bring up one major problem I have with Atreus game design-wise in this. His arrows in this game are trash. Especially compared to the ones in 18.
Yeah, I still don't know what the purple ones are for. Not really.
They're involved with, like, status effect.
Yeah,
enhancing
really
status
mess with too
effects,
much
which,
in the game.
like, that's one of my okay, so, gameplay, I can bring up another little gameplay issue here. On harder difficulties, when you start encountering enemies that are much stronger than you, level-wise, status, like, if you're going to have an arrow that is primarily focused on status effects, you cannot have enemies be super resistant of status effects based on levels. Like,
are they resistant based on levels?
I think
don't
so.
know, 'cause I was never trying to stack status.
I think when they start showing up as purple, they kind of get some status effect resistance.
I
Because,
know
like,
that
there
they
were
get-
there are times where, like, I would just kill entire enemy health bars and never get a status effect off. Even, like, if I had full
Okay.
permafrost.
We must find him.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really that like. I wasn't. The type of in my first playthrough, I think I was going for a
Skeptical by nature. Though we have seen things that
I can't even remember. So I don't want to even guess.
man alive.
But like in the playthrough that I got on screen right now, I have a rage build that's based off vitality and luck. So that was my main goal, was to get rage built up, and then if I had Atreus, because Atreus would have the squirrel,
Ratatosker.
he'd have Ratatosker. Well, and this one is literally called Bitter Squirrel because Ratatosker had a different, name character to it. But with those extra health gems, I could go into rage and never come out of it. It was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Because okay, so like I'm actually playing Ragnarok. I booted up New Game Plus just so that I would have something to have on screen.
Ooh.
And I just like hit a guy with I like hit a dude who was 2 levels higher than me, and it completely filled his ice status effect. And like there are times when I was playing through the main game, because I was on Give Me God of War and things were much empowered, I would kill their entire health bar and not see that status effect meter go out.
Yeah, that would be a thing I would have to look into.
Like, it feels that way.
I know that Give Me God of War, especially in the beginning, if one of the guys manages to level up, it just ruins the fight to the point where it's almost like, ah, fuck, just kill me. Especially if you got a big group of people, because as soon as one of them does it, it's like a snowball effect where you can't stop them from uh, leveling up.
I also think that kind of stuff affects like what you can parry. Because
Oh, it
I've
definitely does.
Yeah.
The higher the level they are above you,
Can handle
the less ability you have to parry. So like a yellow attack from an enemy the same level as you will become a red attack if they're 1 or 2 level. I think 2 levels higher than you, and it
yeah,
depends on the kind of enemy as well.
I don't know if that's how
Because
it worked in 16.
it is
Okay.
they worked that way in 2018 as well.
Or yeah, sorry,
Um,
18. I don't know why I keep thinking 2016.
I don't know either. I've done that a bunch of times, and then once I get the number stuck in my head, I'll always say the wrong number. But no, like as far as the gameplay goes, it is infuriating. Uh, but you'll notice it the most with like travelers or the big joggers. So the big joggers that have the hammer, the move set that's really easy to deal with once you figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, but those guys, so if they're the same level as you, you can block the attacks. If they're 1 level above you, it's a yellow attack. And if they're 2 levels ahead of you, it's a red attack. And it's like that in both games.
Okay. I didn't play this on Gimme God of War. I didn't play 18 on Gimme God of War, so it was... I just didn't notice that happening.
Yeah, there's a lot more jank in the combat of 2018 to the point where it is not as noticeable when things are going weird because a lot of it's kind of weird. But this one is actually cleaner, I think, combat-wise, so it's easier to notice the problems, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, though, I will say I don't like the shields in this one. I really, really liked... I didn't even know it was Freya's shield. I thought it was the Golden Fleece until it got destroyed in this. But, like, I love the gameplay of you can parry, and then you get the counterattack. I really like that. I did not like having it taken away from me for the majority of this game.
Well, you get it back fairly early on.
It felt like forever. Because
That's because you were dying a lot.
by the time I got it back, I didn't feel like I had the rhythm that I did when I first started the game.
Yeah. Honestly, I think for the last playthrough I played, God of War Ragnarok, I think I just went with I did a lot of it offline.
Oh
I
boy.
think I just used the shield that lets you tank attacks.
I think that's what I used for... Well, by the time I got the
So-
counterattack shield back, I felt like I was bad enough with the game that... Or I was bad enough with parrying that I needed to use that.
The
But,
other
like-
shield I really liked was the one that lets you run forward. So, like, if the boss does the blue, if you double tap it, it will charge forward and it will count. Because some of the bosses, especially this game and God of War 2018, have really big issues on New Game Plus, Give Me God of War difficulty. Because both of those things, they've upped the speed and attack patterns of the enemies.
Ooh.
So whenever you get to the final bosses, like Sigrun, or in this game, Gná, they will do attack chains that are unblockable, and they will ruin just... It doesn't matter how good you are. You can't deal with them if they do those things, because there's not enough time for you to do what you need to do. Now, in this game, I found that they'll do an attack that you have to dodge away from, and then she'll do the big boy aerial effect where it's a double blue or it's the blue thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So the only way to actually be able to deal with it is to have that shield that lets you run in. So she starts her blue, and you double tap it, and the game will give it to you. It'll give you the extra time you need as your character runs forward and
come on.
shield bashes her, which is pretty good. You guys excited for the upcoming God of War show? It's gonna be peak fire, yo.
No, no.
I'll tell you, I was absolutely dreading the God of War show because the showrunner for the God of War show was going to be the showrunner for the Wheel of Time TV series, which, Ryu, you watched the whole thing. Tell me, do you think Rafe Judkins is capable of doing God of War?
No. I don't think Rafe Jenkins is capable of doing French fries. Do you not get... There it goes. Okay, no, I was having trouble with the counterattack on ranged enemies. That's actually one of... Okay, that is the thing that I hate most about having that shield taken away from me. Oh, why? Oh, okay. Like that was something by the end of 18 I got really good at, was parrying the ranged attacks and doing the... whatever...
But can't you do that with the small one? What's the parry shield in this game called? The one that boosts stun? Can't you do that with that one?
Weapons.
I think that's a shield ability that you unlock and you get with all shields.
I mean,
isn't it?
there's Star Shatter, which is the charge. Or no, that's the shield punch. There's a stone wall that lets you...
That's
that
a
gives you
tank
the...
shield.
yeah. Then
The
on...
Dauntless, I think, is what it's called.
Oh, I don't have that one.
The smallest one?
I have Stonewall, Onslaught, Guardian, and Shatterstar.
What is Onslaught?
That's the charge. Or no, that's the shield rush.
Okay. So yeah, the Dauntless shield then will be the one that allows... It's basically... It's like a faster parry shield. But it's got like a... It's got a slightly smaller window for parrying than the Guardian shield did. But it boosts the damage it does to the enemy stun bar is quite substantial whenever you nail the parry. That's the one that Mauler and Metal, I think, both use. But
I don't have that one.
Parry fan. No, it's one of the ones you can pick when they first give you options to pick a new shield.
I don't have it in my inventory.
Well, it's because you didn't pick it and you never bought it.
Oh. Apparently not.
But I know it exists. Here, I'll pull it up on my phone right now.
That would be why I didn't get why it felt like forever before I got the parry stuff back, because I apparently just didn't pick that shield up.
Dauntless shield. Yeah, it's called the Dauntless shield.
Well, that's for the best.
Yeah, I'll post it to the Discord. Well, I'll post it to our chat. That would be the easiest way to do it.
But like my main complaint is just Odin, especially like coming down from Baldur. Baldur is probably
Baldur's such a good dude. It's such a good boss.
Oh no, just not as but like as a character, like he feels that his parent wronged him and he wants revenge for that. That makes him like Kratos. He's he's young like Kratos was, or well, young. He comes across as very young.
Yeah.
As compared
like
to
his
other
story.
characters.
It is. I mean, if you think about it, not being able to feel anything at all, ever, that shit would drive you insane.
Oh yes, I'm not saying saying he doesn't have a good reason for why he did, but so did Kratos. Oh god.
Did he?
What?
Kratos have a good reason to kill Zeus?
I mean, well, he had a good reason.
He had a decent reason to kill Ares.
Well,
He didn't have a good reason to kill Zeus.
Technically the gods reneged, the gods kind of gaslit him with the hey, if you kill Ares for us, we will take away your suffering. You know, we'll take away the dreams that you're being plagued with. And they did kind of renege on that.
So, I wasn't able to fulfill my promise.
Well, they made it very.
So you must die now.
They made it very. You know, that was the deal that Kratos had with Athena, right? You know, I will take out.
I mean,
I'll take out Ares, and you'll stop my dreams. And not only did they not do that, when he tried to kill himself, they prevented it.
I don't remember that. When did he try to kill himself
at the end of the first God of War game, he leapt off the cliff, and they just like
God of War 3.
No, at the end of God of War 1. Like the intro sequence is
Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
He's jumping off a giant cliff.
Yeah, but he was already a god at that point. He
Yeah, but
and stole his power. So
yeah, but
I think he was just descending down to Earth.
No,
probably to have
no. He was at the
event.
No, he was at the cliffs from. Like he's at the cliffs that you run past when you're going to the Titan, or Kronos. Atlas.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I played those games. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, no, he
I
like.
will say the things that annoyed me about Odin. He just kind of lets Atreus wander around, and like I know he's trying to manipulate him, but Odin is like this super genius old man who has manipulated gods for however long. I still don't have a good timeline on this.
Centuries.
Hundreds of years, thousands of years,
yes.
However long it's been. And then there's this kid, and he's just like, yeah, go off. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, he puts, he gives Thor the task of going with him, and then he gives
oh god, ow,
the task of going with him, but like that's it. You're not actually gonna like secretly watch him. You go through all the effort of pretending to be Tyr for all this time so that you can spy on them, but then you can't. There's nothing you can do to watch him closer when he's like. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he should have never been able to get out of there with the mask.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
so whatever.
I mean, it's a cool scene, but I think him getting super angry at Brock for like asking questions was a little bit. I don't want to say out of character, but given that he's a god and should be, you know, thousands upon thousands of years old, he should be a little bit more mature than to throw away his...
That scene, I don't have a problem with, because he's so close and everything's about to go his way, and then there's, like, fucking Brock steps in. And as soon as Brock points that out, if you look at the way Kratos looks at him, Kratos starts looking at him, and then Kratos stands up, and you can see, like Kratos ain't playing this shit either. He's as soon as Brock starts talking, Kratos starts listening. I get like that scene. I don't have a problem with the way Odin, you know, kind of fucks himself over, but. I don't know.
I don't have a specific...
I can get where you're saying.
I don't have a specific problem with it, but he's also been waiting how many thousands of years to get this mask? A little bit of patience. Just a little bit more.
Whoa. I just saw Freya teleport in on my screen.
Yeah, like... you know.
See, I am an addict. I've been sober for over 19 years now, but I know what it's like to need something so bad that you will throw everything in your fucking life away, and it doesn't matter if it's a bad decision, a good decision. You just need it, and like you'll hurt whoever. It doesn't matter. Like I know that feeling, and I feel like they portrayed that with Odin very well, so that like him throwing everything away, like because this fucking and he has the mask in his hand. He
Yes.
stabs him and he has the mask. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. I have what I want. I'm getting the fuck out of here. But you know what? Fuck this little blue motherfucker. And he
And then
he almost gets out. The only reason he doesn't is because Loki turns into a wolf, which is something I don't think he knew he could do. Oh no, he did. He knows that because
Yeah.
if you the fight with what's his name won't end until after you go into your rage mode. With oh, why is my brain doing this? Heimdall. The fight with Heimdall, you can't end that fight without going into rage mode. So Odin does know about all your tricks.
Yeah, that's. I didn't
But
mind
anyways.
Heimdall. He was appropriately jerk-faced for what he needed to do.
Yeah.
And I like I like that Norse mythology, he sees everything. The fact that his skill set is based on dodging because he can see everything. I thought that was really nice. I wish I liked the spear more. I
You
wish
don't like the spear?
it's okay.
Oh my god. Dude, in Valhalla it was my absolute I didn't like the spear
answers you don't have.
here in the main game so much because I didn't really use it. But in Valhalla,
What if there was
especially
someone who
like before they patched it to nerf it, the health you would get back from killing enemies with the spear made the hardest levels of Valhalla like way more manageable.
I mean, I when it comes to
I used-
roguelikes, I just kind of whatever skill is the one that I do best with is what I pick up. And if that spear, like I set that, yeah, I gotta set that crap aside for roguelikes, but like, so the axe is really cool because it's the weapon that Freya made. It's his dead wife's axe. 10 out of 10. The blades of chaos are him going back to pick those up is the best. Is absolute greatness. Yeah, I played 18 before I played the first trilogy, and even I could like get the sense of the Blades of Chaos. Like I knew that they were his iconic weapon. I knew that he was kind of a villain protagonist. But you could just, even without context, you could just feel that he does not ever want to touch these things again when he's going back for them.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that with the spear. Yeah, it's just not as good, not as cool as the other two weapons. But it gave you time with Brock, and Brock was a cool boy. Brock was the cooler of the brothers, and Kratos and Brock spending time together was actually really cool. I just wish. I wish. A lot of my complaints about this game is I wish it were as good as 2018. Because 2018 was, like, the bad guy was great, Atreus' arrows were great.
Oh, dude, those lightning arrows were peak. Oh, they were so good. And then the stun arrows were good as fuck, too.
Oh yeah, when
Like,
you
you
get...
could build stun. The blue arrows were awesome. Yeah,
And the
I gotta
weakened
say,
status effect on single targets, like, they both had a specific use that was clear and defined. Those were so good.
Oh, being able to give yourself a little breather with the lightning arrows in 2018 was so good. Oh, it was so useful. But yeah, no, I wasn't a big fan of Atreus's runic arrows or the the
Sonic.
Sonic arrows. I think Sonic arrows will build up stun on an enemy faster once you get them to a certain level, but I don't know. I just didn't.
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't find the arrows as useful, but it was an intentional nerf.
Yours, Atreus.
seriously?
Oh, I hit
Or
credits.
any prey you might be dragging, I suppose.
Not sure that makes me feel any better.
I don't know. I still, even if they wanted to nerf Atreus a bit, I still think they could have had like more defined uses for your arrows.
This one.
Yeah.
Like maybe a fire arrow that deals damage over time, and like an ice arrow that slows things. I felt. Also, one
So
thing.
what did you love about this game?
I don't know, just everything else. Like, I like Thor. I liked Thor's kid. I liked the Freya. Like, so one of the things I really like is Freya isn't just a carbon copy of Atreus' skills. She has her own skill tree that you unlock with her individual XP, and she gets her own things. She gets like her own spells and all of that. One thing I will really praise that I know people are probably not going to like me for is I do like Atreus' gameplay. One of the things I like in game design is you have your different characters,
What can we do?
Yeah.
and they feel differently. Like, Atreus should feel a lot different than Kratos. I kind of wish he got, like, some sort of melee weapon that wasn't whacking things with the bow. that was always kind of silly and awkward.
Well, and using your ranged weapon as a melee weapon, especially because it's a bow. Like, sure, it's a magical item, but it is it's not a smart thing to do because, you know, with a bow, if it's out of whack just a little bit, or the it breaks, then you don't have a bow anymore. You have a bad stick.
Yes.
It's not even a good stick. All right. So
But
one other I hated.
other minor complaint I have is at the end of the game after Atreus gets like his, or after Atreus and Kratos overcome their differences, they're a unit again. You're gonna be playing as them for the rest of the game. I think they should have replaced Atreus' summon or magical summon things with his rage mode.
What do you mean? So
His
instead of
shape-shifting.
his runic summons.
You can
So
command.
you mean like how Freya has the Valkyrie mode
Yeah,
that you can put as one of her runic summons?
yeah.
Her runics attacks.
Yeah.
You think one of those?
I think
I-
Atreus should
Would
have
I?
been able to shapeshift on command.
What I like really hated about this game, this is like a major like fuck you game. I'm not happy about this. Is that Atreus leaves and you have to do the rest of the in-game stuff with Freya. Because if you look at my stream right now,
Yeah.
I'm fighting the shittiest boss in the game. Right? This boss can go fuck itself. This is one of the things I hated most. Alright? It's the 3 boss berserker fight. Right? So this is what I was talking about with my infinite rage build, right? So I'm gonna play this. This boss is fucking garbage fire. But I, with Atreus, use the bitter squirrel and then can go into rage mode. And then I have a luck-based rage, which will drop a health stone every time you're often where you hit people. So even this boss, it is just trash. You get health and rage by doing that. I can go into rage constantly, and it was the only thing that made this fight even kind of like doable for me. And they take that away from you. They take
In the
away-
post game.
Yeah, because you can't do any So, like, you can't fight Gna with this build that I spent all game building. And this isn't like a build that I've seen anyone else use. It's just something that I figured out I could do, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm going to build everything I have towards it. And it worked. Like, I found it an incredibly engaging way to play the game. But the game's just like, no, you can't use this anymore. Because we want you to go around with Freya.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy that. Like, okay, I get Atreus is, going off on his own. But honestly, if you had just made the scene the exact same, but him going, soon I'm going to have to depart, and you understanding that when this game's over, Atreus is leaving, I don't think you would have lost anything emotionally from that. You would have lost the Captain Sparrow or Captain Morgan moment where he sticks his leg on the rock and lifts his head.
Yeah. I mean, that's a post-game thing. There's no excuse for you to be able to just switch your characters, because that's, well, aside from, like, rescuing what's-his-face, or aside from rescuing Tyr, it's really assumed that you did all of this stuff before Atreus left anyway. That's kind of inexcusable. But,
well, no, because there's some things you cannot do. Like, you can't fight Gna until after Atreus leaves.
oh.
So you can't fight. I don't think you can fight. You can't fight the last Berserker until after Atreus leaves either. The Berserker King you have to fight with Freya, because you can't get to some of the Berserkers until after you open the last of the doors, like that get shook loose when Ragnarok takes out Asgard.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to switch between them as you please, because I always liked having Freya more. I thought her skill set was a little better. Her weakness, vine things, I always felt were really, really useful.
Yeah, see, I was the opposite. I always liked Atreus better. Now, I do
Hey,
like.
remember, I'm playing
the-
on Gimme God of War, so I need the things that level down.
Well, yeah, I was playing on Gimme God of War too. I still prefer Atreus. Now that build I was talking about with the Infinite Rage or Near Infinite Rage is a New Game Plus only build, because you need the I think the Ares armor is what you need for that. But fighting King Hrolf in Valhalla one-on-one, I found that fight insanely engaging. Did you?
I didn't do the Berserker. Like, I didn't do a lot of the optional content. I was gonna save that for New Game Plus.
No, in Valhalla.
Oh.
So, like, in Valhalla, you can do the, it's like the center thing. You can jump up after you've gotten everything else done before you go to Tyr.
I don't think I did that. I think usually when I was at the end of that, I was ready to fight Tyr, because I didn't want to waste resources on random stuff. I mean, I might have accidentally.
Oh, you would know if you did, because he's fucking... It's a hard fight. It's a good fight, though. I'm just going through... on my stream, I'm just going through all of my old, like, favorite fights from this game. And playing them as we talk.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I probably didn't. Usually, by the time I unlocked Tyr, if I unlocked Tyr, I had snowballed enough that I want to go fight Tyr. I have the build. I'm feeling it. I need to kill the Tyr before I lose all of this.
No, I did everything. I wanted all the achievements. But that's what I was going for. But I was doing a ton of runs of this, and I can't remember. Like, if I went and tried to do it now, there's zero chance I'd be able to. But at the time, I was so used to the way everything worked that I had the system down for. Being able to, because I think there's a specific achievement you get for doing all of the side things in Valhalla. So you got the ship, you got the one, what is it? It's like a kind of like a ledge you can knock people off of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Um, it's so you got those two doors, and then you have the center area where you will have a different boss, kind of. It'd be like sometimes a random boss, but a lot of times it would be the King Haroth, the Berserker
Okay.
King, would come.
Being polite.
So if
I
you
mean-
beat all three of those things and then went and beat Tyr, you would get a no, it was you had to do every single realm tier, all the doors, and beat the boss in the middle to get the achievement.
Oh, okay. I mean, I might have done that area, and it just didn't give me that guy.
Reasonable person.
Ah,
Yeah, I was usually more focused on like trying to get the build to beat Tyr, and like when I beat the final tier, I like ate him alive in under 2 minutes because I just had the build.
damn.
And
What
that
are you using?
Blades of Chaos. Like I always lean towards Blades of Chaos in these games. I like the reach on them.
Okay.
I really really like the extra reach on the Blades of Chaos in these games. And I like the fire damage. When you actually get things set on fire, it does a good hunk of damage.
You know who I am?
But there was also
Back before winter
Oh,
set in,
one minor nitpick I have. I wish like
Okay.
the permafrost and the immolation stuff. I wish when you got damaged, the charge would only go down. You wouldn't lose the entire thing at once.
who we're dealing with?
Well, you can put different
Did to his
perks
boys.
on that will make it so that you lose less damage when
Yes.
you get hit.
But I would also like that in the main game to not lose the entire bar, just because
Well, no,
some dope.
that is in the main game.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that I actually have a complaint about this game is that a lot of the things that you can do in this game are not explained well. So it is very difficult to even know everything you can do until you've played the game a lot. So like one of the things I heard Theo complain about when they were doing their God of War coverage was that the runic attacks are tied to a cooldown timer, and you can exploit that. But if you want to make it your build, a cooldown build, then you will have a better cooldown system. Your runics will be tied to how good you play. So you can have perks that do they change it so that a certain number of hits in a row will give you blessings of cooldown. But the game doesn't explain it to you very well, so it's hard to keep track of it. And that's one of the problems I have with this game, because I feel like a lot of the complaints I hear people make about the game are actually addressed in the game. They just didn't explain it to anyone. So they have a much more in-depth combat system than they let on. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, that's. I mean, when it comes time for the Dark Souls arc, that's probably going to be one of the complaints I have about the game, is that it doesn't explain. It doesn't give you enough information to really build your character. But that's in the future, because I'm going to be stuck in Assassin's Creed land forever and ever.
Assassin's Creed.
Hey, I liked the second
80
one.
of those games, aren't
What?
there? There's like 80 of those fucking games, isn't there?
Yes, and they start being open world towards the last like 4, so that's going to take forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well, good luck with that, for sure.
yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be bad until I realized that, like, the side games for Ezio are all, like, main story plot things.
We got a tradition called blood payments. It means I get a piece.
So I thought it was just going to be, like, 1, 2, 3, and then the open world stuff, but no. I gotta play, like, 3 other ones.
Well, I admire your dedication. I remember playing a Assassin's Creed game back in the day, and I don't remember enjoying it, really. So,
Ow.
fucking,
Oh.
I kind of stopped doing that.
I did not seek that.
It was the one where you fist fight the Pope.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Yeah, I played that one and
Ow.
I was like, this is weird. I think I'm good on this game. A game that I found way more engaging that had like the run around, jump, and climb on stuff was the Infamous games. I found the Infamous 1 and 2 I found to be incredibly enjoyable. I even liked where they tried to reboot it with the spray paint kid. That game is fucking ridiculous, but I had fun with it.
You insult me holding back like this.
But anyways, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I really didn't like about this game?
How were you?
I wish the relics were a bit better.
Ooh, which one are you using?
I'm using the strength one. I really,
one.
yeah, I wish they brought back the heal one.
So you didn't kill the Berserker King in the main game? You didn't
No,
get
I did
his
not.
relic, huh?
No, I didn't.
Oh, fuck me. Because as soon as you said I wish the relics were a bit better, I'm like, dude, the relics are broken in this fucking game. They're absolutely broken. But yeah, a lot of the time I would use the Rage one in 2018. So I would just use that to keep my Rage bar full. In this game, you don't need to do that because you can refill your Rage bar at a what do you call them? The doors
Ow.
for the World Tree. The World Tree doors
Yeah.
will refill your health and Rage bar. So I didn't need to do that in this one. For New Game Plus, I just used the King Horf's sword because that shit is just, it's so good. It does a fuck ton of damage. It stuns a boss, and it stuns a boss even if they're in the hyper armor phase. You know, like even if they have the hyper armor
The stance.
logo.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have the little logo by their name that lets you know they're in hyper armor. So that thing is crazy good. I know a lot of people use the realm tier one. You can make a whole build based off that.
I never liked the slowdown stuff. I always preferred to have sustain effects.
Yeah.
You jerk. Ow. He just hit me
Not
with his
enough
hammer.
Sif.
That hurt.
Snake says there's not enough Sif in this game.
Well, that's
Well, you see,
because
that's because Sif is a woman, and women are gross. Yeah, problem solved. Thanks for watching.
Ooh.
Please subscribe.
that was some tracking on that.
Let's see. Okay, let's see, it's weird because I can sort. I can search for God of War Ragnarok, but then I can't sort those by any means. So I can't go, I want to see which one of my videos had the best views. I think it might have been, let's see, this one's got 3,000. 1.2. Oh my goodness. Why would you give me notifications? I think that one with 3,000 views might be
Ow.
my most watched because everyone hates that. You can tell when somebody when a game has a terrible boss because people will search up how to beat it, and those videos of mine always do very well. But
You know what I don't like? I don't like the design on Mjolnir. I think it looks dumb.
no, Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What? What?
I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't think it looks hammer enough.
It doesn't look hammer enough.
Yes. Looks
Weaker geographic is good, rat. Oh, did that pop up? I'm sharing my screen, so that notification popped up on the stream.
I think it looks dinky and tiny. Ow.
I think this video I pulled out. Dinky and tiny.
Yes.
You know, as someone who has swung, because whenever you do tower cranes, especially the old ones, sometimes you will have to swing sledgehammers for hours and hours and hours in order to get the pins that hold the tower cranes together out. So a 16-pound sledgehammer is not that heavy the first couple of times you swing it, but after an hour, it is like the heaviest thing you'll ever pick up in your entire life. It sucks so hard to pick that up.
Yeah, but Mjolnir doesn't look like a sledgehammer. It looks like a hammer
like...
you use for a nail.
What?
Yeah,
it's
crazy. It's tiny.
Mjolnir...
Compared to Thor, it's tiny.
Okay, but compared to a real hammer, it would weigh like 30 pounds.
Yeah, but that's not Thor. It's Thor using it. It should look big and chonky, even in his hands, because it's, it should be giant smashy thing.
You know what? I uploaded this video. It was supposed to be Gna fight. It starts after Gna's fight is over. No, it doesn't. I started it after Gna's fight is over. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not retarded. I am. Oh shit. Who is these?
Yeah,
wait.
I guess to be fair, I should make that.
I'm not looking at my stream.
Oh. I think
I was
to be
looking at somebody else's stream.
I think to be fair, I should make that complaint about Mjolnir in the MCU too. It's kind of dinky there too.
I don't know, man. Those are giant fucking hammers. If you picked a real hammer up that was that size, it would be ridiculously heavy.
I mean, it's the weapon of a god. It should be ridiculously heavy for a human.
Yeah, but how big do you think it should be? Is what I'm wondering.
Two-handed.
But he doesn't have enough. You know that there's lore reason why the handle shows short, where he can't have two hands on the hammer, right?
No, I didn't know that. Is that like a mythological thing?
Yeah, Loki fucking stole some of the materials, so there was only enough material to make a short handle. That's why it looks so silly.
Oh.
But the hammer itself is definitely a two-handed hammer. I mean, it's quite bigger. Like if you look at actual blacksmith hammers or most war hammers, they are way smaller than that shit. Like it's an incredibly impractical weapon. You would have to be so unbelievably strong to even
like a god.
Use it. Yeah, like a god. Which is why I find it okay that he.
And it just looks dinky to me, especially compared to like the Leviathan X.
I guess.
I don't know. That's kind of me just bringing it up because I'm fighting Thor. and it just kind of like looking at his waist, it just kind of looks small.
Look, everything's gonna look small to Thor. That dude's giant. Yeah. Oh, this Gnaw footage is trash. You can tell my internet was not having a good day on this one.
Uh-oh. I think I screwed myself.
Well, that would be a complaint I have in this game. The generous nature of boss battle save points. The only ones that don't have a save point where you get full recharge on your health are Gnaw and the Berserkers.
Yeah,
All the story
that
bosses.
yeah,
and
that
it was
that
way
felt
with
a little.
Even Balder. You know.
Yeah, that
Balder
that
has
does
like
feel
a
a little easy.
6-phase boss fight at the end of God of War 2018. And I'll tell you what, I would never have made it all the way through that boss fight without the being full healed with health. But there's one checkpoint where you don't get full healed.
Ow.
If I can remember correctly. Oh, dude, I can't remember now. In the Balder fight. I feel like there's one spot I got soft locked on. Oh well. But yeah, I think that covers it.
All right.
Unless you can think of anything else you wanted to bring up.
What do you want for the next game? If they make a next game. What do you want?
I wanted Japan, but it seems like they're going with Egypt.
I mean,
I think.
what would you like story-wise?
Oh, story-wise?
Yeah, where do you want Kratos to go?
I mean, I gotta tell you, I don't care as much as I think
Oh.
a lot of people
Ow.
do as far as the story part is concerned. I would like I think it's cool that Atreus went off on his own. But as far as why would Kratos go to Egypt? Why would Kratos go to Japan? What's a good story reason for that? I will leave that up to the writers of the game.
Oh.
What I would like to see would just be something that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I presume that
Yeah.
Atreus is going to ask him for help. Like that.
see, I wouldn't like that. If Kratos goes to war with another pantheon of gods, just because Kratos is like, hey, will you help me? You know, that way they'd have to do a lot of work there. Now, if Egypt invaded and started hurting Kratos' people, and Kratos is like, hey, you need to knock that off or we're going to have problems. And then he went and dealt with the problem. So, like, instead of Kratos being a vengeful rage monster, actually being a hero who is trying to protect his people, and that's what brings the conflict, I would prefer that. But like I said, I'm not going to set any expectations on that. If they make it good, I don't really care what the reasons are. Like, perfect example. I love Spider-Man No Way Home. It's like, it is my favorite Spider-Man movie by miles, right? I like it better than all the Raimi movies. I like it better than fucking, well, I mean, yeah, basically I said it. It's my favorite. And the way that they get into the plot of that movie is fucking retarded. It makes no sense why Doctor Strange would act the way he acts. It makes no sense why Peter would act the way he acts. Like, none of it. But once the plot gets going, it is just like character gold. So I hope they do a good job, but I'm not going to set any expectations on anything for real.
I want him to go back to Greece.
Greece?
Yeah. I would like him to.
Well, the Roman pantheon needs to die.
Yes. I think the Roman pantheon invades Greece, and Kratos, goes back to undo the damage he did.
Odin is with Atreus.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would like it to be Japan. Honestly, I think that would be awesome. Japan's got some, like, Egypt's got some pretty cool mythology, but, like, I don't know, the Japanese gods are off the fucking hook with some of the weird shit they do. It is pretty awesome. And they got a lot of them, so you're not really hurting. I think there's like 5 or 6 different gods of war in Japan. So I think it would be cool. I don't know.
I
That's
also
the
I-
anime dork in me.
I also hope like some of the like even if he goes somewhere else, I hope like some of the supporting cast from the Norse games continues on.
Oh, you want to keep the companion character? I
Not
hope it
just that.
goes back.
I kind of I hope like maybe I hope maybe Sindri comes back and they come to an understanding of how things went down. And
He
like
understands how things went down.
Yeah, but-
he's fucking done. I mean, let's be honest. Kratos treated him like fucking shit, even to the point of not wiping his boots when he walked inside his house. What a
Yes.
dick move!
yes, and that's
You know what I mean?
that is something as the god of hope that maybe Kratos could make amends for.
Yeah.
And like Freya, I like Freya. Freya's cool. I think she might be a good potential love interest for our bald boy. You know,
Yeah. That.
it's been a couple hundred years since oh,
What? It's only been. It's only been four years since Faye.
it hasn't been longer like for Fimbulwinter to kick in because that's supposed to last like a
No,
couple.
Fimbulwinter's 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So, from and Faye dies right to kick off the 2018 game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she's
Well.
been dead. She's been dead like 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
somewhere.
Maybe in a couple of games, but still, that
I'm not saying that he can't have a love interest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it hasn't been hundreds of years.
yeah. I think that'd be a good love interest for old bald boy here.
Yeah.
Our angry guy here deserves a happy ending, I think. I would not be okay with him dying. He needs to retire.
Yeah. What do you think about the God of War TV show?
I mean, it's Amazon, so I have no hope.
Okay, but the people who were in charge of all the things at Amazon that are absolute dog shit they don't work there anymore. They all retired or resigned. They're all gone.
It's
Jennifer Solke, all the people who worked for her. Rafe Judkins, who was the showrunner, got fired. Corey Barlog, who was one of he is still the main executive producer. He fired Rafe and Rafe's 3 writers. And
It's still
brought in
Amazon. I have no hope
What-
because
is it?
even without all those people, Fallout still happened. Fallout Season 2 is still a thing. And I
Wait.
hear it's better than Season 1, but I haven't watched it yet. And Fallout Season 1 was not good and was really, really, really weird in certain spots in regards to sexy
Somebody's
times.
been cast as Kratos already?
Yeah. It I think he looks like Saffron Olive, the Magic the Gathering content creator, but he's apparently an actor from some other show. And apparently he's the guy who voiced Thor
Ryan
in
Hurst.
this.
Oh, so instead of getting the guy who voiced Kratos to play this, they got the guy who voiced Thor?
I mean, the guy has a beard. He's got a really good beard. I mean, so I think like part of the reason why I kind of don't have hope for it is they're skipping the Greek saga. Like, come on, this. Like if you're gonna do an adaptation, start at the beginning, because the Norse saga isn't as meaningful without the Greek saga. All of Kratos' character developed. Kratos is the contrast between Kratos at the end during the Greek saga and the Norse saga works because you saw what he was, especially at the end of the third game. You saw him consumed by vengeance, and now you're seeing him with years of contemplation about what all that meant, and what that cost him, and what that cost Greece.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I don't think that works
Skip it.
quite as well without seeing. I don't think the Norse stuff will work quite as well without seeing that.
So, I keep saying Babylon 5, right? Because for whatever reason, just like how you keep saying 2016, I know that it's either Babylon 5 or Battlestar Galactica, and I keep trying not to say Babylon 5, but then I keep saying Babylon 5. But anyways, Ronald D. Moore is going to be the showrunner of the God of War TV show. He did Battlestar Galactica.
The new one?
Now, yeah.
I liked the first 2 seasons of that.
Yeah.
I really liked the first 2 seasons. The rest of it was okay.
The other thing is, he's never played any of the God of War games.
Now that's a big shot. That's a big negative.
But if he watched the story breakdowns, I could see being like, all right, how the fuck do I adapt the Greek shit? All right, so wait. I mean, you could take story beats. You could do it. It is doable because, well, even like 2018 took those things and kind of brought the story beats forward so that it is like usable story that's not just full of like crazy edginess.
I mean, I'd be like okay with them cutting it down to like a season. Like cover the 3 Greek games in a season, like 2 episodes for each game. That'd be fine.
I think it would be hilarious if they they had 2 different actors, so that it would like one that looked like the old Kratos and the one that looks like the new Kratos, because they don't look the same. They don't have the same like facial features.
No.
But
And,
it's alright.
hey.
You can tell who they are supposed to be.
Hey, that means that if you have 2 actors, that means when you get to Valhalla, you have 2 actors for Kratos. And you can do a scene with the young Kratos and the old Kratos arguing.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of wish there was more arguing. It was more of just a...
Since you have 2 actors, you could even have old Kratos versus young Kratos.
I kind of thought that's where Valhalla was going, but it didn't.
That would have been a fun boss fight.
I like Tyr's boss fights.
Oh yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I just like imagine like you have a boss fight with young Kratos, and well, it wouldn't work in the context of a roguelike, but like you fight the spirit of young Kratos and he steals the blades away from you, so you only have the axe.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But, I'm not the maddest about that not being a thing. The fact that he accepts himself as a way to get past it, I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, Valhalla's the best part of the game, bar none.
Yeah. Did you fight Gná?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you robbed yourself. That boss fight is awesome.
I was gonna do it on New Game Plus someday.
All right.
I need to buy 2018 and like go through that on Give Me God of War, and then go through the New Game Plus on Give Me God of War, and then I was gonna do this. But that's like in the future.
Yeah.
That might be after the Dark Souls arc. which is after the Assassin's Creed arc.
Oh man. Yeah, because two of the greatest bosses in the series are the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen, Gná. Did you fight Sigrun in 2018?
No, I didn't. I didn't do any, like, that was on the PlayStation. Like, that was...
Oh, bro, she's such a good boss. Sigrun, I'll tell you what, Sigrun on New Game Plus, Give Me God of War, is broken. It does not function properly. You can beat it, but it is one of the hardest bosses I've fought in any game. It's hard. She's harder than Melania. She's harder than fucking any Dark Souls boss, any Elden Ring boss. Harder than Prime Radon. She is functionally broken because her moves are too fast. They didn't account for the AI. So occasionally, not every time, but occasionally she'll chain attacks together that are not possible to dodge or block. And the only hope you have is if you can, if your reflexes are good enough, which sometimes you won't even know it's happening until it's happened, you can use the Fury mode or Spartan Rage to tank through something. But on just regular Give Me God of War difficulty, she's like just amazing boss. It still took me forever to beat her, like without getting hit. It took fucking ever, man. But yeah, you robbed yourself of those experiences.
It's eventually going to happen. It's just... Listen, I play 2 MMOs. What do you want from me? Actually, God of War 18 was before City of Heroes came back, so that was just WoW days. But that's when I was working overnights, so, like...
Yeah.
There's too many games to play, man.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. And, like, I always find my way back to these, the harder games, the Souls-like games. I need to branch out more, but God of War is a great, great. They can't. I don't know. Is it an action game?
Action RPG.
Yeah. But like games that are super heavy action games, like what Devil May Cry has turned into, I don't have the. I don't know. I don't have the interest to play that, which doesn't make it a bad game. It's just not a game that I'm interested in anymore.
That's a series.
Devil May Cry 1 is probably like my favorite game of all time.
That is a series I have to catch up on. I played the first 3 and then kind of fell off.
Yeah, I like Devil May Cry. I played 5. I didn't beat 5. I got to a point in it where I just said, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this anymore." I didn't enjoy it to the point where I just quit, which is rare for me. But it was like a combination of what they had done to Dante's character and what like the gameplay up to that point. It was like, yeah, this game's not for me. I'm tapping out of this series. But now God of War I found really engaging, and I do have nitpicks the same as you. Well, I have some nitpicks, and there are some things I think could have been done better overall, but I think I'm highly positive on this game.
Hey, like I said at the start, I like it. I think it's above average. I think the villain holds it back from being as good as its predecessor, because Baldur was amazing, and Odin is not. I felt I wanted to kick Baldur's rear end by the end of that game. I wanted to. He needed to be put in the ground. Odin needed to be put in the ground, but I did not feel any particular animus at him. I was just annoyed at him.
I see.
He's a Dumbo head who needed to be killed. Balder was a blood feud that I enjoyed killing.
Yes. Oh my god. You know, one thing I can say about Dark Souls 2, it's got a really big jump up in graphics fidelity from Dark Souls 1 that I kind of wish they hadn't have gone with. I just turned on Dark Souls 2 and was like, oh, this was unnecessary.
Well, it's about 10 p.m. here, so I ought to call it an evening.
Yeah, I had fun with our chat.
Yes,
I really
so did
enjoyed
I.
it. I'm
Yes.
gonna go ahead and end this stream, get some water, and then I'm gonna start a Dark
Dude.
Souls 2 stream.
When the TV series comes out, you wanna do streams on it?
I would love to, but how many days did we try to set up this stream? You know what I mean? Like some days with work, I'll work 14 hours a day, and then when I'm at home, I have family. So who knows? Maybe I would like to. Hopefully, it comes out on a weekly basis, and then we can watch it and talk about it. If
Yes.
it comes out all at once, it probably real life is too much for that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if it comes out weekly, we can try to talk about it weekly. If it comes out all at once, you watch it at your own pace, and then once you're done, we'll find a day that we can talk about it.
Okay.
And we'll try to bully Phoenix into it.
I'm trying to see. Alright, does that work? Does YouTube
Alright.
chat show up now?
Okay.
All right,
I'm
man.
going
Well,
to
I
end my
had a
stream
blast.
here. Yeah. This was fun.
Sir.
Have a good
All right,
evening.
man.
Have a good evening, Ninja
You too.
Chat. Have a good evening, my chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing some City of Heroes. Anyone
Awesome.
who's watching on my stream, go subscribe to Ninja. He's nifty.
Yes, and anyone watching on mine, you probably already